Next up, the wrists, specifically the inner wrists. Strange, right? But science backs it up. Women unconsciously expose their inner wrists when attracted. They might rest their chin on a hand, gesture with palms visible, or place hands on a table soft side up. This is another vulnerability signal. When someone feels threatened, they close up. Crossed arms, fists, hidden wrists. But attraction flips that. Everything opens. Research from the University of Manchester confirms that early-stage romantic interest shows up in these open gestures. There's also a chemical element. Like the neck, wrists are key points for scent projection. Perfume ads recommend applying fragrance to wrists and neck for a reason. When a woman exposes her wrist to you, her body is instinctively doing the same thing, to signal interest, without her conscious awareness. Now for the third body part, legs. Not in the obvious way you're thinking. It's about movement, positioning, and direction. The feet and legs are the most honest parts of the body, says FBI behavioral analyst Joe Navarro. People rarely monitor them. When a woman is attracted, her feet point toward you. Even in a group, even if she's talking to someone else, check her toes. They rarely lie. Sitting, watch for how she crosses her legs. If the top leg points toward you, that's a strong positive signal. She's angling toward you. If it points away, that's a subtle barrier. There's also what I call the restless leg effect. When attraction fires up, her nervous system reacts, and the legs can subtly twitch or shift, tiny movements revealing heightened arousal. This keeps all your examples, research, and emotional cues intact while tightening flow, removing repeated wording, and keeping it conversational. If you want, I can finish paraphrasing the rest of your script, the last body part and conclusion, in the same style, so the entire script is fully polished and ready to use. Do you want me to do that next? Here's a fully rewritten and paraphrased version of the second half of your script, keeping it natural, authentic, and true to your original voice. As attraction sparks, adrenaline and dopamine start flowing, and one of the most common ways this shows up physically is in her legs. Slight bouncing, shifting weight, swaying. If she seems a little restless from the waist down, don't mistake it for boredom. That subtle movement is her body reacting to your presence. There's a bold signal, too, that's well documented in behavioral research. Slowly crossing and uncrossing the legs. Dr. Monica Moore, who spent over 2,000 hours observing flirting in social settings, identified this as one of the top nonverbal courtship behaviors. When a woman does this while talking to someone she's drawn to, it's a subconscious way of drawing your eyes, saying, "Notice me," without a word. Be honest, every woman reading this just thought of a date where she did exactly this. That's because we all do. Now for the fourth and most powerful body part, the torso. I'm talking about the front of the body, stomach, chest, core, the center of
her physical frame. This one is impossible to ignore once you understand it. When a woman feels safe and attracted, she faces you fully with her torso. Not angled, not hiding behind her shoulder, full frontal orientation. This is huge biologically. The torso contains vital organs, heart, lungs, stomach. Exposing it is one of the most vulnerable things a human can do. Thoughtful soldiers wear armor in the front for a reason. Self-defense classes teach protecting the center line.
So when a woman turns her full torso toward you, she's signaling trust and attraction on a deep, subconscious level. Research from Princeton University shows that torso orientation is one of the strongest nonverbal signs of interest. People who are attracted to someone naturally position their bodies squarely toward them within minutes, while those not interested keep themselves angled or sideways. Often, a woman will also draw attention to her torso, adjusting her shirt, lightly touching her stomach, placing her hand on her hip, or leaning forward. These subtle gestures, called ventral displays, emphasize openness and vulnerability, the biological equivalent of saying, "I want you close." I had a personal moment that made this crystal clear. At a friend's birthday party, I found someone extremely attractive across there.
A circle. Later, in a candid photo, I noticed that while everyone else was angled slightly, I was squared directly toward him, torso fully engaged, even though my mouth was mid-conversation with someone else. Surprised? My body had made the choice long before my mind even knew what was happening. That's the power of the torso signal. It bypasses words, intentions, even awareness. These four signals, neck, wrists, legs, and torso, don't operate in isolation. When a woman is genuinely attracted, they appear together. She doesn't just expose her neck. She opens her wrists, angles her legs toward you, and squares her torso.
The more of these you notice, the stronger the attraction. Dr. Moore found that women showing 4 or more of these subtle behaviors were approached nearly 4 times as often as women who didn't. And here's the key. The women who succeed aren't doing anything flashy. No dramatic gestures, no shouting across the room, just tiny, nearly invisible shifts. Touching the neck, flicking a wrist, repositioning legs, squaring the torso. It's a biological symphony that's been playing for hundreds of thousands of years. The tune hasn't changed. Only our ability to hear it has faded. Now, you can hear it. You know the 4 parts. You know what to look for. The next time a woman tilts her head, exposes her wrist, points her legs toward you, and faces you with her torso, you'll know something even she might not realize. She's interested. But here's the critical part. Recognizing attraction is only half the battle. The other half is knowing when she's ready for you to make a move, the exact moment she wants you to kiss her. Too often, men wait too long. They feel the signals, sense the energy, and freeze. By the time they act, the moment has passed. That's exactly why I made the follow-up video. She won't say me, but her body already did. 6 signs. If these 4 body parts tell you she's attracted, the 6 signs in that video reveal when she's ready right now. Missing those signals is the #1 reason men blow opportunities that were already theirs. The video is right there on your screen. Click it. Because the worst thing you can do after all of this is see the attraction and do nothing. Don't let that happen. Go watch it. I'll meet you there.